children?
Yes, yes.
Oh, you did? Because here you were, we're talking about.
I made the decision, you know, we were married for 6 years before I became pregnant, and I had a second television series. And then when you decide to have a baby, and that little baby is there and depending on you, I don't believe that we as mothers can have children and not give time to it. And so I did stop. Then when my husband died abruptly, I was only 29 years old, then I went back to work again.
But all the time you were working and all the time you were married, you were always doing charity work because you got this great humanitarian award.
Yes.
What was that for?
That was for my work with the group Los Floristas.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that. That was a wonderful, they used to do the headdress ball.
Yes, and I wish that they would televise it. All those huge, wonderful flowers that the fellows that do the Rose Parade.
And you were always active in that group. And they raised a lot of money for the children. Was it Children's Hospital?
No, it's for the hospital down at Rancho Los Amigos and for USC School of Medicine. But we would, you know, go down to the hospital itself and take care of the children and interact with them. So it was a very rewarding experience.
That was great. You also have worked in other charities that are very showbiz oriented, like Share and Thalians.
Yes.
And I think Los Floristas was.
No, Los Floristas wasn't. In fact, I think I was the only one in show business. It was a very, you know,
more social.
Life's a lot of Pasadena, a lot of SC graduates, and it was wonderful because I got to really interact with women that weren't in show business, and they were a little more grounded. They had a whole different viewpoint, and they were so kind. The Los Floristas women saved me through my husband's death, through a horrible. Later, I had a divorce, and I think our girlfriends really do help us the most.
Oh, that's great. Well, talking about this and circling this whole thing, you were a Hollywood High alum, and now you are producing, what is it, the 100th anniversary?
Yes, we're having our 100th anniversary of the Alumni Association. And so, you know, I volunteered. I'm on the board. I'm the curator for their celebrity museum.
Well, did you found that museum?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh, I see.
Mrs. Hahn, when was the principal, along with Jerry Anker and some of the other fellows that worked.
I didn't realize that.
There. I took it over when Jerry died. He passed it to me to take care of.
I see. So you've been. So what do you have in a museum like that from Hollywood High?
You haven't been there?
No.
Well, I hope you come to the show next week because we're having a wonderful show.
But what's in the museum?
All the pictures of, well, remember, Carol Lombard, who I was named after, it was from there. And we have pictures, memorabilia, we have of all of the great stars that went there. Lana Turner was the most famous one. And we have pictures, if they've written a book. And what I'm going to do is develop from it just being a picture library, going into making it more with all of the computers and having, you know, all kinds of, yes.
That would be great. And you can also probably get costumes and different things that they used in there.
Yes, we do have some costumes.
Is this in there? Is this in the museum?
Do you know, I would love to have given it to them. Ray Stark, who produced Funny Lady, said I could have all my costumes, but they took the costumes on tour and they were stolen in South Africa.
But is this a picture from that?
Yes, it is. Bob Mackey and Ray Agion made that. And you know what's so funny? When I was making a movie, Come Blow Your Horn, with Frank Sinatra at Paramount Studios, it was in 1962, years ago, and the Edith Head was the costumer, and guess who was her assistant? Bob Mackey. And then years later, he's now making, you know, these wonderful costumes.
Will this picture be in the museum?
It's in the museum.
Oh, it is in the museum. That's what I want to know. Okay, now you're producing the alumni show. We don't have very long to go. So who's going to be in it?
Rita Lee and the fabulous singer Brenda Lee Egger. We have some of the winners from the awards last year that are the students that have now become the alumni. They're also having a show that night, this chorus line, so some of the students are singing from that.
But you know, that's very trendy now. Hamilton High, University High, Hollywood High, they're all bringing their alumni back, and many of them have been in show business in one way or another.
Well, we have I think it's 44 or 45 stars on the Hollywood Boulevard of just our alumni.
Is that right?
And besides, we have Brandy and Judy Garland, we had Warren Christopher, Stephanie Powers, and I went to school together.
Stephanie, right.
So we've had the biggest list of notables from the Hollywood area.
But getting to this show, you're producing it, you're writing it, you're acting in it, you're
dancing. And this is something for all ladies that are over 50, as I am. I am tap dancing and trying. I think Dancing with the Stars inspired me. So I've started doing dancing again and doing this show, because we're doing all that jazz from Chicago and a couple other numbers, has helped me get back in shape. But also, I'm doing it to kind of lower your cholesterol and get, healthier. So I recommend it. And pole dancing is something Joan and I are going to do together. But she doesn't want to tell anybody.
Adria Tanner did that. This actress had a one-person show called Pole, and she did that pole dancing. It's very difficult. Very difficult.
And very sensuous.
So before we leave, how did you get through all this producing? I know you're a yoga person. Has that helped you?
Yes, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. And I've been doing a lot of Sufi work, which is belly dancing with yoga and Tai Chi together.
So, but
all of that
helps you when you're stretching and everything, but what about keeping your mind
I think what you do is you don't need as much sleep.
Oh, that's...
But the tap dancing has been wearing me out, I can tell you. But yes, I think anything that we could do to give ourselves more clarity with our peace of mind, with either meditation or whatever you can do to stay present in the moment, is going to help us with any of our stress.
And for our future.
We need to do that. We have to do that. Yes. And it helps you stay young. It keeps you in sync with yourself.
Carol, thank you so much for coming and being on the show today. And we want to thank you for watching the Joan Quinn Profiles. Keep writing to 777 South Figueroa, 44th floor, Los Angeles 90017.